Welcome everyone. Welcome to our fall lifestyle transformation. I'm so excited that you're all here with me. And I have a really special guest tonight, and we have some really exciting information to share with everyone. Hi, Maria. Hi, Tetrick, Kelly, Elena. So good you're here. So many of you guys are my clients, and many of you are not. For many of you, it's the first time meeting me. So welcome, really happy to have you here. Many of you know me as someone who focuses on helping singles to permanently break through relationship blockages in love and to really learn how to summon their soulmate. And that is my passion. And when we come out of relationships and childhoods where we have had trauma, so often our emotional health really suffers. And then later in life, we start in with antibiotics and birth control. And when I grew up in a childhood where my mother was very much in the box, and, growing up, I ate the standard American diet. Okay. I really thought that vegetables came out of a can, right? How many of you can relate to that? And we ate lots of meats, and the reward was like a lot of junk, like Entenmann's. And today, unfortunately, we have a lot of pollution. Really and truly, the water is polluted, and almost everything today has what's called glyphosate, which is weed killer. It's from Roundup. And people use it to have these beautiful lawns that are very beautiful, but they're extremely toxic. Kids play on these lawns, dogs sniff the lawn. And unfortunately, today, the food system is really screwed. It really is. And I love eating clean and organic. But guess what? Even if you eat clean and organic food, unfortunately, the problems happen because we're mostly not absorbing. Okay. And the root problems are still there. Okay. So, what does that mean? Even as a person who eats clean or Mediterranean or eats plant-based, whatever, however you eat. And if you even drink a ton of water, like, we read, drink a lot of water, unfortunately, our guts have problems, right? So we're not even absorbing. So I was like the healthiest person, right? thought, I thought, because I did a detox a decade ago. I exercise, I weigh like 110 pounds. I meditate, and I still found myself about 6 months ago having a health problem. I found myself with adrenal fatigue causing high blood pressure symptoms. Me? High blood pressure? How could I have high blood pressure? And when we went to the ER because my blood pressure went up to 200, they're like, how could you have high blood pressure? Like you're healthy. But unfortunately, I needed something different. And thank God I have good friends, Allison and Jared, who are here today, and they put me in touch with someone really special. So we all need, as a society, we can't just buy this or, just try and go to doctors because they don't know, unfortunately, about root healing. They don't. Unfortunately, our doctors today, they know about pharmaceuticals. Okay. And the FDA and the pharmas, there are many documentaries about this that I could share about. But today, in our society, we're the most overfed and undernourished society ever. Okay. So, what I'm really excited to talk to you guys about today is root healing and a solution to whatever's going on for you. Whether it's you feel bloated or you have brain fog, which I definitely did, extra weight. People are even even little kids are starting to have these genetic weaknesses that are coming from their parents younger and younger. So whether it's cancer or diabetes, or you're having cravings, or you're like me, you were tired or feeling depression, guess what? It all originates from the same place, gut health. Gut health. Okay, so I'm really excited today. I want to introduce a very special guest who's beautiful inside and out, and her name is Taz Ferreira, and she's very busy, and I'm thrilled she was able to make time and join us. So Taz has a background in genetics, and she was working in oncology and pathology for years. But Taz left conventional medicine to start her own practice of holistic genetics, which is functional medicine, right? Base mapping, iridology, right? Which really looks at genetic weaknesses. It's looks at the whole body, getting to the root cause of issues of our immune diseases. Not to mention, too, she's an expert in women's health and gut health, and she shows people the connection of gut health and mental health. So she's an expert in her field. And at the end of the day, she's a mom of two beautiful kids who are self-aware. And her son, he's just so smart. He's like 10, going on like 30. So anyway, while being on the crusades, finding products for herself and her family, she stumbled upon superfoods that we'll be talking about tonight. And she's been partnered with this particular movement for the past 8 years. And she turned Allison onto that. And Allison was my friend, and Jared, and she was getting like so healthy. I was like, what are you doing? Right. So she's been sharing the gift of health and wealth with every person she comes across. Okay. So I'm so excited to welcome Taz. So Taz, thank you so much again, like for joining us. I really appreciate it. So excited. So Taz, will you share with everyone how you became involved with superfoods and this movement?
Absolutely. I love your story, Barry. And everything you were saying, I'm like, me too, me too. I relate to everything. So my journey actually began almost 2 decades ago. I was so sick while working in the labs. I'm sick. I'm going in the bathroom. I'm vomiting. I'm in pain. I'm curled up. No one had an idea what I was going through. And, I was working in conventional medicine, and everyone was recommending, okay, take this pill, take this pill. Oh, you have that? Let's take this pill. I was on so much medication. Okay. And
Yeah.
then issues started to arise that I didn't even know I had,
Ugh.
right? You go in
Yeah,
for a headache, you come out with like 20 other issues.
right. Exactly. That's right. Pills, this, that, right? I know. And it's expensive.
Exactly. Well, I'm from Canada, so our healthcare is free, but that doesn't mean anything. I was deteriorating. My health
And
was
free doesn't
suffering.
mean anything. Mm. Right.
Exactly. And my organs were hurting. I was exhausted. And
Exhausting.
I kept going to my doctors and I'm saying, we have to come to a solution. What is this? Why are you just upping my medication all the time? I
Right.
was their ultimate lab rat.
Right. Right. Exactly. Right. That's how you start to feel. I went to someone who gave me literally no joke, Mike, remember? Like $2,000 worth of supplements. And these supplements were not food. And I wasn't digesting. And I was just spending money and not getting better. And it was not like root healing. So just like everyone who's with me who knows about our healing and love, we need to get to the root of it. That's what we do with love. And that's what we need to do with health too. So Taz, I love that. So then what ultimately happened? How did you transition over to learning root healing?
So again, I had to experience it. I had to go through it. So this is everything that I had. I had everything from aura migraines. I was a huge migraine sufferer.
Oh,
And you know what my doctors used to tell me? So my mom suffers from migraines. My sister suffers from migraines. So they're like,
genetic.
it's genetic.
Right.
Exactly. And you know what? We even had a room in our house that was like the migraine room. We Whenever someone had a headache, okay, just go there and turn off the lights, leave them for a couple hours and they'll be fine. I mean, what is that? No, it's not genetic.
It's not.
We're mineral deficient. Not one person has ever told me that.
That's right. No one ever tells you that, right? And then we're just grappling for answers. And unfortunately, doctors are just not trained in this. Exactly. So what happened next when you realize you're mineral deficient, your doctors are telling you all the wrong things? So how did you stumble upon what we're going to these superfoods that we're going to talk about today?
Right. So I had migraines, I had gut issues, I had Crohn's, I had inflammation, adrenal fatigue. I mean, like I lived on coffee. All I knew how to function only on caffeine. I didn't know I could live a life caffeine free,
Yes,
right?
definitely. Definitely. So everyone who's here, let's make this a little workshopy. What do you notice are your own health challenges? And I know a lot of you, and a lot of you talk to me about this, but I had again, adrenal fatigue, inflammation. It was just terrible. It was just terrible. So feel free to share in the chat like what you notice, and then we're going to speak about what it really takes to make these changes. Yeah. So why do so many people get sick, Taz?
Well, you know why? Let me just make it as easy as possible. We've normalized all of our symptoms.
Right.
And
Right.
what do I mean by that? So I'm going to use myself as an example. So I had chronic back pains,
Okay.
chronic back pains, but I didn't realize how chronic they were until they went away.
Right.
When
Right.
they were gone, Barry, I was like, what? What is this? I can sit up a little taller. Like it felt so amazing. My body felt so amazing to finally work for itself than actually
Yes.
working against itself. Because
Yes.
that's how I was living. My body
Yes.
wasn't working with me.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. So what a shame, everybody, right? That we have these problems, we have these issues, and her body wasn't working with her. Yeah. It's crazy. So definitely put in the chat what you guys are noticing in your own health challenges. I mean, I noticed that, wow, it was just work, 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 feeling tired, feeling just running on empty. That's what doctors used to say. That's what my uh is that it was like a car like pushing without gas. And that's really hard. That's really hard. So, yeah, Shira, right. Normalize symptoms, not getting to the root cause. Exactly. And isn't it a shame now uh, that it's happening for children younger and younger? It's really, really sad. So,
Oh,
so besides normalizing these symptoms, what else is going on that you notice with your patients and your clients?
well, the number one thing that was happening with me is that I wasn't absorbing anything because
Right.
my doctors never told me, take a look at your diet, right? And I had let's say, an emotional tie with food. I didn't want to
Uh-huh.
give up all of
Right.
my, I love food. I'm a big foodie. I didn't want to give up all of my delicious foods. I'm like, what do you mean I have to cut that out? What do you mean? Like, I couldn't do that, right? But then I
Right.
started listening to my body. When I put this inside, how did I feel? When I did this, how did I feel? I started doing little experiments on myself. And then when I started introducing the right foods,
Yeah.
and gut repair. Well, this is something I used to talk about with my doctors years ago. I'm like, why are we not looking at our microbiome? It seems like that is a connection to everything. And they used to laugh at me. This is almost 2 decades ago. They were like, what are you
That's
talking about, Taz? You make no sense. And I'm like, kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
right? They're like,
totally.
no. Here we are. Everyone's like, yes, of course it makes sense.
Totally. Absolutely. So then when you realize the doctors were like not helping, so what did you do? Like,
Well,
what did you find? Yeah.
so I had to use myself at the biggest experiment, and I started introducing superfoods. I started introducing gut repair. I started, you know what? It was really hard for me to jump on the bandwagon of organic foods because I
Yeah.
really thought, honestly, I thought it was a scam. I'm
Right.
like, I'm like, it's just a way for us to pay more. I'm like, please look at it. Okay, you want me to pay how much for that apple? I'm like, it doesn't exist. Glyphosate, please. But then when I had my son, you were talking about children, my son was who you know today, who's super healthy and vibrant. When he was a year and a half, he developed glyphosate toxicity.
Oh, geez. And what was showing up? How did you know that?
He had behavioral issues.
Mm-hmm.
He was like
Yeah.
relentless. Okay.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
would cry a lot
Mm.
and he had eczema.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and then when you go to doctors, they're going to give you creams and lotions and pills, and that's never going to solve anything. Jared, who's here tonight, Allison's husband, and they're partners in this. They are superfood leaders. Jared, you had asthma too, didn't you?
Yeah, since birth, I had acute asthma. So I was taking Ventolin, especially during the winter here in Canada. I'd be wheezing all night. So I did that and Pulmicort for breathing. I had allergies too, so I'd be on antihistamines.
Oof,
And I had the
brutal.
eczema. Like I had actually it's Taz who shared this with me because she saw me posting about my eczema and she was like,
Right.
"Have you heard of glyphosate?" Because that was definitely not on my radar. And I didn't know what was triggering it. Like there was just no rhyme or reason. And it just, yeah, went away. Look,
Right,
thank you.
crazy. So we all know it. Can you guys all relate to this? I mean, we sort of, like Taz said, we just like normalize it. And it just breaks my heart that people, I mean, we're just running here and running there and going to doctors. And, I know people that I put on this that before they'll go to the emergency room and like 4 hours to the emergency room is $10,000. It's insane, right? It's so expensive and unnecessary, really, truly. So we are here tonight. We're gathered here this evening to really offer you up. Like what we are so pumped about is a solution to all of it, a solution to gut health problems, to inflammation. Taz, will you start to tell us about it?
Sure. I mean, you know what I love about it? It's a simple, easy program. Okay. I'm into things that are easy, no brainer. I need to do things like clockwork. Okay. If I have to think too much about it, I'm going to forget.
Right,
Okay. And
right.
busy life. So, what I love is that, you have your morning schedule, you have what you take in the morning. So, we were
Yes.
talking about greens, right? We were talking about what did I start to introduce? I need to introduce the highest chlorophyll food into my life, right? Because chlorophyll helps detoxify our blood. And where do you get that? Green juices. So I introduced the best green juice ever in the form of Power Shake. And what I like to tell everyone, I'm like, do you like to eat salads? And I get, it's always like a hit or miss whenever I ask people that. Some people are like, yeah, I love salads, but most people are like, nah, how much salad can you really eat? And then I tell them, I'm like, this Power Shake, one serving equals 6 organic superfood salads. And that just stops them. They're like, what? One serving? So you mean I can have this and then have a burger? And I'm like, well, technically you can, right?
Right, right. Amazing. So that's what we're really talking about is an ultimate lifestyle transformation. And the founders of this company have been at this for 25, 30 years, working with regenerative farmers. They've been just involved in this movement for people. Okay. And so Purium is what it's called. And Purium because it's pure and it's premium. And just it's such a beautiful thing. The products are potent superfoods and it's a lifestyle. It's so easy. Like what do people love about it, Taz, in your experience?
Okay, that it's easy. It's on the go. You can travel with it. Kids love it. Okay. I have to tell you the best part. Are you ready for it? It
Yes,
tastes amazing,
it does. It's so
right?
yummy. Yeah, totally.
I've
We
tried
live
so
on this
many
stuff,
green juices and
right?
they were horrible. I had to like close my nose and drink it. But this one is delicious.
Right.
You actually enjoy drinking it.
Oh, yes, totally. It's super yummy and it's a plant. And there is absolutely no feeling of deprivation because just like Taz, I'm a foodie. I love food. And the detox I did a decade ago was eating only fruit. Now, while fruit is very important as a cleanser of the lymphatic system, it still left me depleted and still hungry. So these products are amazing. So what we have is, hey, Allison, would you like to describe it for us?
Oh, sure. Well, it's so easy, like Taz said. So we start every day with the green juice. It's delicious. Um, and we have our biomedic in the morning, which is the gut repair. So we were absorbing all the nutrition, the aminos, which are it's the building blocks of everything. And so Taz was my biggest inspiration because when I first met her, I saw her skin and I was like, I could never have skin like that. Like that was just like, because I saw her up close and personal, like there's no filters. Like she is flawless. And I was just like, how do you have that good skin? And she's like, it's amino acids. Like it's the building blocks of your skin elasticity and your muscle. And so I've really noticed a huge improvement in my skin quality and my muscle. And it's so easy. And then you have your tart cherry juice, which you have at night, which is the whole family participates in the tart cherry every night. You know, for kids, it's amazing because it's so safe, of course, but it actually helps calm the nervous system and produce
Does.
melatonin.
It
So
does.
it's just delicious. We have it with a little soda water and we call it cherry Coke. And,
Oh,
it's just everything in this. And then the parasite cleanse, which I had done other parasite cleanses in the past,
me too.
and there's no guidance really. It's like you're kind of on your own, which I love, where I love this one because it gives you the whole lifestyle around it, because you can't just be eating regular food and doing a parasite cleanse. Like you need this depth of, nutrition and cleansing foods. So it just takes the guesswork out. I love everything about it.
So it's totally beautiful because believe it or not, I would be someone who would joke around. Don't worry, plants have protein. I'm getting plenty. I'd wear the t-shirts. But the truth is, I was not getting the basic amount of protein that I needed. I was also B12 deficient. So what happens here is, and I was juicing, but you cannot go to Whole Foods and get all of the nutrition and throw it in a blender like you get here. And so there's something so special about the super aminos in the morning. Okay. And I'm going to share with you how we can all do this together. Like we're going to be together doing a cleanse for 30 days, and we're going to share resources, and you'll get support and you'll have accountability, and we'll do it together. So I'll share in a moment how it replaces 2 meals a day, right? 2 meals a day, and you're flooding your body with superfoods. But Tess, can you speak to the super aminos? What makes them? Like, I had no idea. I know I felt so much better on it, but what's so special about these aminos?
Okay, so these aminos are the best aminos I have ever encountered. I always challenge people. I'm like, find me a better aminos and I'll buy it. right? Because these were amazing. These are a pure amino acids that they're net nitrogen utilized. So what does that mean? It means that it goes straight into your bloodstream. It goes straight into your lymphatic system. And so if you're on dialysis, if you don't have a gallbladder, if you have some type of organ issue, you can take the super aminos. It was designed for a coma patient. So if you're going through muscle atrophy, to not go through muscle atrophy, to be in the hospital, preemie babies, I mean, it is the safest aminos ever. It's in the physician's manual. Everyone knows about it. It's so widely studied. We have over, I think it's 46 peer review clinical trials. We have so much case studies. It is the best aminos. My whole family takes it. My son does like super amino challenges. Like it is the best. And you know what? The upside of this is that it tightens your skin, makes your skin look amazing. It builds lean muscles. So I have a lot of people, I have like guys who are like, well, you know what? I'm so skinny. I don't want to lose more weight. Okay, don't worry. The super aminos is going to make you gain weight. And if you are bigger and you need to lose weight, it's going to make you lose weight. It will regulate your body wherever it needs to go.
Beautiful. It really is amazing. And when my functional doctor said you're protein deficient and she knew about super aminos, it goes right into your bloodstream, guys. You wake up in the morning, you take your super aminos and like, it's amazing. So it doesn't have to go through the digestive tract. Okay. And the other amazing thing is Biomedic. And my husband, like he got into this with me because of what the food is. It's food. It's dehydrated slowly. And this is something I pulled up for you guys too, that this pesticides, right? Roundup is in everything. It's in freaking Cheerios. It's in the water. Okay. Like it's really, and people who are trying to do really good by their kids and giving them Cheerios, they don't even know because these big conglomerates don't want you to know. So that's what we're talking about is filling our bodies with live foods, living foods. And the way we do it is again with core nutrition, like Taz was explaining. And so what we do is we're taking away things that are not working for you and adding things in that are in and doing the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And what's beautiful about it is that it's very supportive and it replaces 2 meals a day so that you can still eat. You know, they encourage foods that you should eat. You can eat all day long, really, but we're kind of taking out processed foods, but eating real foods. And that is what we are going to do together in a Facebook group with support, with accountability, with meal planning, with, you know, who realizes that when you do things in a team, right, we get more done. We stay motivated. Every day you're going to get a mantra, right? We're going to all take our pictures and take our weight and take pictures of ourselves from the side and how we're feeling, right? Because we get different forms that are very supportive to do that. And I'll share that with you. And all you have to do is just order your lifestyle transformation. And again, we do it together. And we're going to start October 1st. And Mike and I live this. Allison and Jared, how many years have you been doing this?
6 years, October 2018.
Right. So it's a long time. In module 3 of our program, we talk about dating yourself and healing yourself. And part of eliminating inner trauma has to do with what we're putting into our bodies. Right. So like Allison said, it was the best decision she ever made. I have it like all day long. My dog ate the top of the blender. So it's like we're actively using this stuff. The apothecary really is beautiful because it creates melatonin in the body. It stimulates your body to create. And now I sleep so much better, so much better. So this is a beautiful thing. And now would be a great time to order it. So I invite you all to join us in doing this. And I'm going to share the link. So when you click that link, you will go to Purium's homepage, and you'll go to transformation. And we recommend us starting with ultimate lifestyle transformation. And here is everything that it comes with. Basically, it replaces 2 meals a day, works out to be $12 a day. So our shopping bill went way down, and we know how expensive things are today. And again, it comes with the power shake. It comes with the apothecary biomedic, the aminos. And what's very cool about it too is that in the box, you're getting your lifestyle guide and a tracker. And you're able to keep track like this. So when you start, it's very organized and structured, which we like a lot. So in the morning, you're taking your aminos, then your biomedic, which removes the glyphosate, and then your power shake. And it's super yummy, and it's very easy to travel with. I like to add coconut milk, or you could just do it with water or a frozen banana. And then days 11 through 20, you're doing a parasite cleanse. No parasite cleanse here. And you'll really start. And again, in our Facebook group, we're going to share recipes. We're going to share how we're feeling. We're going to look at what it takes to feel, really feel so much better. And we're tracking it. And then when you begin, you're looking at how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, on all these levels: energy, digestion, how you're sleeping, how your mood is, how your aches and pains are feeling if you have stress, water intake, and your general feeling. And so we're going to do coaching around that, which is definitely my thing. And I know that I feel so much better from it. And yes, and Cynthia's here, and she invited some of her people, and Cynthia shared her code if Cynthia invited you today. Well, I hope you really enjoyed it. Want to respect your time and keep it under an hour. And I would love to have you join us in this Facebook group and do this cleanse together. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to be doing the whole thing with you guys, doing the parasite cleanse. Mike is going to be with us, and we'll just have, a really supportive time. All right, guys, have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining.